Hi, my name's Steve. I work with Carveboard Sports. Been riding the boards for about 6 years now, and I'm going to show you a few good things when you start out trying to attempt to do some slopes on the boards. When riding on the hills, or anywhere for that matter, you want to make sure you work with the pump and a gauge. Comes with the boards now, but if you have a board without one, you obviously need to get one, because this is what determines the speed of the sport and the grip. I tend to run between about 30-35 pounds for completely flat areas. And when I start doing hills, soft runs, you can run low 20s, and as it gets steeper, narrower, you can start running as low as 10-pound pressure. What you're doing is widening the grip of the area on the tire and getting a slower wheel. So that's what makes these boards have the capability to turn as sharp as they do. If you're first starting out, you might run at a lower pressure and then build a little air into it to add speed once you get a little more comfortable on the board. Nice start out slope. So this thing was at 15 pounds and I got them set at 22. So I'm getting a quick pump where it's just like a normal pump. So checking the pressure. This one I got set now at 22 pounds, 23 pounds. So that's ideal. You want a uniform pressure for all the tires. I always double check that all my bolts are nice and tight. That one had a little play. Easy way to check that, I just can kind of grab the wheels and see if I feel a little play, applying outward pressure on the thumbs. Last and foremost, but you won't really need to check these too often as far as you have a nice riser pad that kind of holds them down, but I always just make sure everything's snug. There's also a tool we call the T-bone, and it's just this accessory you can get, but it's a little beefier. I like working with that one a little better. And now that pressure's checked, I'm going to show you a few tips that I have my friends, anyone that I take out riding, kind of go over before we go down the slope. There's our beeping trash truck. All right, forget the trash truck in the background. I'm going to show you a couple tips. You got everything checked as far as your bolts being tight. You have a nice soft slope. I like to practice a toe side turn first. So you kind of get a little speed, bend those knees and just swoosh around. And when you're first trying it, I just tell people, just pick it up and do her again. Do it like 3 or 4 times. Try to slide this freaking air tire out. You need momentum to make those turns right there. And you can do backside lines. Wow. So, main thing is just do like 4 or 5 turns. Get used to turns. So you've started practicing on the flats, you're getting used to how this thing turns, you've practiced your bottom turn, trying to slide it out on your soft, nice slope. And it's so important to know how hard you can turn on this thing, because if you just keep building speed and you're not realizing the inertia you're building down that slope, you can get in trouble. These things are real wobbly. You can keep it on rail to kind of hold it in, but it's not for high speed. It's to go have fun and be in full control the whole time, practicing rail-to-rail turns. A good thing to keep in mind when you're riding is to not go faster than you can run when you're first starting out. I don't care what your board sport ability is. These things are different, and it's to have fun and train and not get hurt. If you ever feel like the board's starting to get out of control or your speed's building too fast, you want to turn to the side of the run and just jump off. And what I mean by that is these are bumper cars, so if they hit the curb, they're going to bounce right off. So you don't worry about the board. Just turn to the side of the run and go, whoo! So what you'll see is when I go down this hill, I can do little turns to build my momentum, just like surfing down the line on a wave, just driving from rail to rail. And then if you just do one really hard turn, you'll just feel the speed get scrubbed. This is a soft slope, so I can work on generating speed and then going into a nice big turn. I get a little momentum, pump it down the line, feel hard turn to a cutty maybe, and then pump it again, get it going. Need speed when driveways and stuff, a little slope. Wow! See the spray? Now that we've gotten used to the board on this little nice soft slope, it's time for a real run. Let's go to the goods up over yonder. Shall we go? We're actually at one of my local runs, good run up here. Real quiet area as far as traffic. When you get here, I have a high pressure coming off that last hill, the bunny run. I was running maybe low 20s. You know, sometimes you might run less at first, but when I get up here, I like, from experience, which is based on not only experience, but I like about 13 pounds. Last check. At 13 pounds on that one. So all four are at the same pressure. Start at a low pressure. You might eventually gradually build up air to a higher speed and a faster wheel. But remember, you're sacrificing grip. It's size, ability, the pitch on the run, the amount of sediment on the ground or dirt might have you. It all affects what pressure you're going to have ideal conditions as far as grip and speed on the board. So I'm set at 13, and I've done this run several times, so that's what I'm running. And just giddy up, show you some good driveways. Even though this run's steep, I can do little quick turns and go kind of slow, kind of like a more snowboard style, bouncing rail to rail on a thick powder day down a big old chute. And if you hear like the tire go, that's just a little check on the speed. Boom, slow again. And I'm gonna pick up speed because I like this driveway over here, so watch out, Darren. I'm kind of gonna lay out a mean rack turn. This part of the run's kind of flatter, so I'll go in the little driveways, maybe stay on the curb. I tend to enter kind of square up, little bounce, throw the shoulders. Whoa, that's threading the needle. I know how to drag foot. Pretty good trick. You have to center your front foot. I can go flat-footed. Really slow down, easy. Car coming up. Stick it in the tire and stop all the way. If I can pull this off, it's a new little trick. Get going. I'm gonna switch, baby. Whoa. Super good for switch stance. I'm old, but I rip. Hey, it was a pleasure having you up here. Hope you guys enjoy the boards, ride safe. Remember the checkpoints, always checking your bolts, dial in your tire pressure in. Play with those tire pressures, really try to find the ideal pressure because a pound can make a difference. Keep to a nice mellow run, go in increments as far as difficulty. And remember, it's not for speed. If you get going, stop. Wear proper safety gear. If you have good friends and more of your friends get bored, wink, wink, you got more people to ride with, more chairlift rides back up. This is the surf stick. We also have the twin stick and the long stick, 3 different lengths and size decks. This particular deck is the surf stick model, kind of like a little squash tail. The wheel is coned. Reason being, when you're going straight, just running on the inside edge, it's a better board for transportation and flats. These you do have to pick out your terrain a little better. Try to find nice, smooth cement. I'm honored to say this blacktop just got redone. Show them the blacktop, D. This wheel grips better than any urethane wheel I've ridden. I've tried, you can try all kinds of wheels in these boards, and these things do have a patent and exclusive to our board. Spent a lot of time making it. You got to be aware of cracks, got to be aware of rocks, and you got to realize it is a urethane wheel. It grip really well, but it can slide out. You've got to stay on your game and try to keep to a little mellower pitches and look for that fine A-grade cement. Same thing, kick out wide, and then this run here, I'll just do 2 turns. Can really pump these things going. I'm not going up because I'm tired. So this board's fun for around town. Big hills, I don't like it as much, but good ride. Remember, watch your terrain, pick your areas smartly, stay in control, and keep your speeds pretty minimal. Thanks for coming out. Be safe. Enjoy your boards, no matter which one. Carveboard family, Carvestik family. You're gonna have a good time. You'll notice a difference in your surfing and snowboarding. And I'm hot, so it's time to go get wet because they're a little swell. And you can only ride these things so long. It's time to go get some surf.